Bring him up now, right now.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's you honkies are okay. Alright, everybody good? Everybody good? Of course it's great. It's the church. You're not at all, okay? Cool. And for a man that is making his headline debut here tonight at the Church of Satire, give it up for the very funny Nutty!
That song is 11 minutes and I want to hear the whole thing. How you guys feeling tonight? Yeah! That's the energy I'm looking for here. Do you guys like my shirt?
Yeah!
Yes.
Is anybody here like a fur baby parent? Oh yeah. So you know it means a lot, right?
Yeah.
Right, this shirt was given to me by my actual human kids. On Father's Day. So like I tried. You guys are here to party. I like it. Want to get a little serious before we get into the funnies, right? They shot Donald Trump. And that's pretty funny. But, just like the shooter, that bullet was a little far left. Yeah, I'm being serious, right? So like, Trump is the only person that they tried to assassinate and the other guy died. Did you guys watch the debates?
Yeah.
All right, so who do you think would win in golf? All right, so make some noise if you think Trump would win in golf. You guys are fucked. Because I specifically heard Joe Biden say, as a handicap, I can hit the ball 700 yards. Do you think Trump can do that?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. You guys weren't so loud for that part, were you? Cocaine's weird. Anybody here do cocaine? Yeah! My people. Dude, stop doing cocaine. Because like cocaine can give you the best night of your life. But it can also give you the worst night of your life. In the same night of your life. For example, one time I did cocaine, one time, it's the only time I've ever done it, I did it once. And I played the harmonica for 57 minutes. At a funeral. I don't even own a harmonica. But I will say, during the thralls of my addiction, I found something worse than cocaine, and that's DoorDash. Fucking hear me out. I've done some questionable stuff for cocaine, but I never paid $49 for a cheeseburger just to have it sitting cold on my porch the next morning. It's True story. You guys are cool, I like you. You guys having fun tonight? We had some people in here say they do cocaine, right? Have you ever done cocaine and gotten a bad tattoo?
No.
I didn't think so. You guys are what we call rookies. I did cocaine once, and I got a bad tattoo. It was so bad that the tattoo artist didn't even want to do it, right? But he agreed. I had to sign a waiver. And it's so bad that I don't even want to tell you what it says. But I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna spell it out for you. Right across my chest, right? It says N. It says N. I. G. It says Night Moves. It's a Bob Seger tattoo. And there were some of you here that might have wanted me to say something else. And I'm not fucking saying it. You guys are horrible. But yeah, don't do cocaine and get tattoos. But in light of this tattoo and how 5 people felt about that joke, I had a big moment the other day as a straight white man. We don't get those a lot anymore. But I had a big moment at work. I've worked with this man for almost 18 years. He's a Jamaican, he's 75 years old. And he told me, to my face, he said, you know what? You can say the N-word. And I was like, absolutely not, sir. I will not say the N-word. And he said, no, it's fine. You can say the N-word, you have the pass. You just can't say it in anger. And I was like, I would never say it in anger. But I do sometimes say it in anger. You're lucky I'm not angry right now. Trump said they're coming across the border and stealing our jobs. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, we all gonna be quiet. And look, for a long time I was like, he's got a fucking point, you know? No, like that, right? But I'm at the age now where I had to get a prostate exam. Hear me out. I go into the doctor, and there's a nice, young Spanish boy there. They have the hands of an angel. And it was awkward at first. But then I was like, I don't really want a white man doing this job. I'm gonna be honest with you. And that wasn't even the doctor. The doctor came in, and he was a tall Korean man. Nothing funny about that. They do grow them like that. He's a tall Korean man. He also had hands like an angel. And at that moment, I realized, like, we should probably let them have all the jobs. You gonna tighten up there? Is that where you guys are gonna get tight? I did. All right, well, loosen up a little bit, okay? You guys ever done some accidentally gay shit? A lot of you guys back here. Keep it going for whoever that was. She had nice tits though. Anyway, this one time I was accidentally gay. Right? I don't know if you guys have ever done this kind of stuff before, but when I was 16, I was making out with my girlfriend. We were making out hard. And my buddy was sitting on the couch directly next to me, also making out with his girlfriend, right?
Sorry.
Time out. Are you good?
I'm good.
You need to call an ambulance? Okay. So anyway, this one time I was making out with a broad. My buddy was sitting right next to me, also making out. And I got done making out. I'm 16, you know. I go into the kitchen, I grab a water bottle, because that's what you do after you make out hard as fuck. And I come back into the living room, the girls are gone, and he's sitting there in basketball shorts with one of the biggest boners I've ever seen. So I did what anybody would do in that situation. I grabbed a hold of it. For just a little too long. I thought it was a prank. And that was the first accidentally gay thing I've ever done. Do you guys want to hear about the second? Yeah! You guys are animals. Alright, so look, I got 2 kids, 2 dogs. My alone time is at a fucking premium, right? So when I get alone time, and I think every man here knows what I'm saying, that's my time. And I try to make it special for me, right? So I'll turn the lights down, and I'll put on some nice music, and I try to find the perfect video. About 3 weeks ago, I found it. It said, thick, red-headed Latina. Those are 2 of my 3 favorite things. But because it's a special moment for me, I like to time my climax with the video. It makes me feel like I'm there. Right? So, he's giving her the business. I'm giving myself the business. And we are synced up. Pretty fucking good. Right? And I was like, this is gonna be cool. Right when we get to the point where he's about to come, and I'm about to come, in the video, this guy lays on his back and sucks his own dick. And I still came. So you do with that information whatever the fuck you want. You guys are alright? We'll lighten things up a little bit here. How do you guys feel about self-checkouts? That was a wild transition. You guys like self-checkout? Yeah! Yes? No? Alright, we'll do this. We'll do this. Make some noise if you hate self-checkouts. I think that's because you're using them wrong. So hear me out. Did you know that if you go to any store that has a self-checkout and nobody's there, everything's gonna buy one, get one. Never thought about that, did you? Make some noise if you got kids. Where are they? That was a rhetorical question. Like, I don't need the location of all your fucking kids. Does anybody here have multiple kids?
Yeah.
Okay. So like the whole time you've been a parent, they'll tell you like you can't have a favorite kid. Right? You've heard that 1,000 times. And I'm here to tell you right now that is true. But you can definitely have a least favorite fucking kid. Like for a long time, my daughter was my favorite, which would make my son my
Least favorite.
right. And I try to tell him that. But for some reason, he doesn't think it's as nice as you guys do. And don't get me wrong, dude. I love my son, right? But my daughter is going to go on to do great things in this world, right? And my son is going to be wearing Velcro shoes and eating Lunchables in my basement until he's 38 years old. And that is no slight on him, but for a long time, that was the order. And then my daughter, she fucked around and got her period. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever dealt with this, any of the fathers here. But me and her have a good relationship, right? So the minute it happened, she was at school and I was at work. She called me first. And as a dad, that's a fucking victory. She called me first. I answered the phone and she goes, "Dad, it's happening." And I was like, "Sweetie, what the fuck is happening?" And then she explained it to me, and I took a deep breath. Because this is what I've been training for, right? That's my fucking daughter. She says, "Dad, it's happening." And I gave her some of the best fatherly advice anybody's ever given anyone. She says, "Dad, it's happening." And I said, "Fucking hold it." Now, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I don't really know how periods work. So just to be safe, I put her in a bowl of rice till her mom got it. You guys can use that. But that was one of the moments where I realized, like, I'm probably not a good dad. Right? So, like, my son he's 15 now, right? And like I just said, I'm not a good dad. But he's at that age now where, like, he thinks sex is gross. And I agree. But, like, also, he thinks sex is gross. And that makes me happy. Because that means he's gonna move out soon. Because I don't let gay kids live in my house. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. kidding. He can be as gay as he wants. I don't care. But like, I'm terrible at advice, right? So like, I had to have the talk with them. You know, like to talk about the birds and the bees. Okay? So I sat him down and I was like, buddy, we're gonna talk about the birds and the bees. And that's when I realized, like, I don't know shit about birds or bees. But I did fuck his mom. And that's also when I realized he was too old for this conversation. Because I sat him down and I was like, hey man, I don't know shit about shit, but I fucked your mom. And he looked me dead in the eyes and he was like, nice. So him and his mom are not allowed to do laundry together anymore. Yeah, you guys are alright. Yeah, that's not how it really went. I sat him down, I had a good talk with him, right? But I was also kind of a late bloomer, right? I didn't have sex until I was 18 years old. Right? Yeah, exactly. So like up until 16, I thought you could get pregnant from kissing too hard. Turns out, that's not how you get pregnant. You get pregnant from fucking 4 margaritas and behind a dumpster at a Chili's. Any of you guys got a girl here that's like on the pill? One whore, okay. Whoever your boyfriend is, she's lying. Do you have a good job?
Yeah.
Okay, she's lying. Yep. Yep. Oh, man. Who's drinking tonight?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So I got DUI. It's my fucking sister in arms over there. I liked it so much, I got another one. You guys want to hear the story of the second one?
Yep.
Alright, we'll go there. So look, I got pulled over. And I had to do the whole dog and pony show on the side of the road. And I failed the whole dog and pony show. I got put in handcuffs, and I got put in the back of a cop car. Now before we go any further in this story, make some noise if you can drive a 5-speed manual transmission.
Yeah!
Alright, make some noise if you can't. That's your Democrats. Just kidding, just kidding. They're not Democrats, they're just retarded. No, you guys are awesome. But look, the night I got pulled over, I got arrested, I'm back in the cop car, and the cop told me, he's like, I'll park your car so it doesn't get towed. And I was like, thank you, that's a good gesture. Then he walked over to the window, and he saw one of those scary 5-speed manual transmissions. And he just went, right, because he's already committed to parking the car. And now he's in a little bit of a conundrum. But he made a good decision that night as a law enforcement officer. He came and got me. I don't know if you're following, but I'm already motherfucking arrested. He unhandcuffed me, allowed me to drive again. I parallel parked that motherfucker perfectly. Put me back in the back of the cop car. And we just proceeded to jail. don't worry. It was like one of those awkward rides, like when you catch your dad cheating on your mom. Like, he might have won right now. But I'm in the back of the cop car, like, bitch. Then I threw up all over his seat. It's not funny after that, but you guys are all right. I like you. You guys still having fun? Yeah. What I like to hear. I used to think I could beat up Joe Biden. Make some noise if you think you could beat up Joe Biden. Right. A few months ago, I was with you. But I was watching the UFC with my 9-year-old daughter, and I was like, I could probably beat you up. And then my 9-year-old daughter broke 9 of my ribs. That's a true story. But I'm the man of the house, so I didn't let her know that it happened, right? So she kicked me in the ribs, and I just looked her dead in the eyes, and I was like, fuck. So I'm not really sure if I can beat up Joe Biden anymore. Hell yeah. Who here smokes weed?
Yeah!
Somehow less people than do coke. You guys got your priorities wrong. I fucking wish I liked weed the way weed people like weed. Right? They give it cool fucking names. Right? Like, I'm sorry, but I've never smoked weed and fallen asleep, and then people be like, what was that? And I'm like, Diesel Thunder Cunt Punch. Now here, on the flip side, I have stayed up for 3 days on something called Javier's. Oh yeah. You guys are alright? You guys calm down back there now? Make some noise if you're still having fun. Make some noise if you want me to open this second beer that some random whore put on the stage. That's what I like to hear. Where are my dog people at?
Yeah!
Fuck you. I am one cat away from being a lesbian. But I also have dogs, so I'm not all the way gay. I have 2 dogs, right? And I'm going through like a wicked separation right now. It's not fun. It's not fucking fun. But I have 2 dogs, and I have 2 kids, and we have a house, and like we're trying to figure out how to chop this all up, right? And it's pretty easy for the most part. Like money, she gets it. The house, she also gets it. The cars, you see the pattern here. But when it came to the dogs and the kids, we couldn't decide what to do. Because you can keep the house, dude, you're not keeping my dogs, right? And we argued, and we went to court, and we did all these things. And it ended up with a good resolution, because we couldn't come up with what to do exactly. So we did the right thing, and we put them both down. Wait till you hear what I did to the kids. They are available for adoption through Carroll County ASPCA right now. I'm just kidding. I would never put one of my dogs down. That is not true at all. It's not true at all. His head exploded and it's fine. But you guys are cool. Anyway, she got the dogs. But it's cool. I got a new dog now. I got a new dog. Yeah. Dude, he was in the neighbor's yard. So I took him. Again, I'm just kidding. No, I was going through the process of getting a new dog, and then I saw on Facebook that the Carroll County ASPCA was running a deal, right? And it was called Pay by the Pound. And this is true, you can look it up on their Facebook. You paid $1 for every pound that the dog weighed, right? Hey, that's what I'm saying. So I went and looked at dogs, and there was a beautiful yellow lab, and he weighed 131 pounds. So we're gonna give him some time. But I didn't want that dog. So I started leaving like bad reviews for the dog. But like I couldn't do it as me, because I want to adopt the dog, right? But on the internet, you can be whoever you want. So I started off soft, right? The first bad review I put, I was like, my name's Brittany, and this dog is an Aries. Gross. I just wanted to see if it would work. And then I realized I could do this as many times as I want. So the next time I did it, I became Dale. I was a hardcore Republican named Dale. And all I did, I went on the ASPCA and left a review for this dog. In all caps, because that's how they fucking type. They said, this dog's a Democrat. And gay. But then I started getting greedy, right? I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want right now. You know, I mean, I can be anybody. And I took some time and thought about it. And I became the one thing that I've always wanted to be in my entire life, right? And that is a strong black man. So, I became Daquan. And I left a review for this dog. And it was pretty simple. All I wrote was,
Fuck that dog!
shit. Hell yeah. You guys are having fun, aren't you? You guys are fucked up. I don't know why you laughed at any of that. How do you guys feel about Airbnbs? That guy's laughing for some reason. You guys ever stayed at an Airbnb? Yeah. Okay, did you like it? No. Yes, no, maybe so. All right. I stayed in one recently, right? And I personally prefer to stay in a hotel. Because when you stay in a hotel, there's like unwritten rules that like that is your house for the next 24 hours, right? Like, you can come anywhere you want. But if you stay at an Airbnb, it's not the same. Because it's like someone's house. And I'm not trying to like take a shit and look at pictures of your dead grandmother. And I'm not trying to like jerk off and look at pictures of your dead grandmother. But I will. And that's on you. Think about it. You guys are alright. I stayed at an Airbnb when I was in Las Vegas. Has anybody here been to Las Vegas? Yeah. Alright, so we got like 4 not poor whites here. Make some noise if you haven't been to Vegas. Hell yeah. There's nothing sadder in the world than a Sunday night flight home from Vegas. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was on one and I was happy, and when I got back, I was like, everyone is sad leaving Vegas. But on the way out there, I sat next to a really skinny gay guy and his really big boyfriend. And they were the most fun I had the entire time. And not for the reasons you're thinking. But they got up in the middle of the flight and they went to the bathroom. And there's still ashtrays on the planes. So he comes out and he's like, what happens if I smoke there? And the flight attendant was like, well, when we land, you'll be charged $30,000 and the marshals will be here to get you. And this little skinny black guy said, I don't even smoke, bitch. And that was fun for me. So then, I went right in the bathroom, smoked a cigarette, and I was like, I think that guy's fucking smoking. Hell yeah. But no, I landed in Vegas, got my Uber to the hotel, and I hit the Vegas Strip. And I did what every tourist does when they get to Vegas, right? Which is what? Hookers, drugs, gambling. I did LSD. This is a true story. I did LSD. And when you land in Vegas, like everybody is trying to get $1 from you, right? The street performers, the homeless people, everyone wants $1. Now, let me remind you, I'm 2.5 hours into an acid trip. And I saw a lady in a wheelchair. That's not funny. And I saw a lady in a wheelchair, right? She had a sign that said, "Want to see a trick?" So I made my way right to her. She said $5 for a normal trick, $10 for a special trick. Now mind you, I'm 2 hours into an acid trip. I gave her $10. And that bitch just stood up and walked away. It's the Vegas miracle. You guys have been fun tonight. I like you so far. I got a lot going on in my life right now, right? I have a 13-year-old daughter. I got a 15-year-old son. And I got a 24-year-old girlfriend. Yeah! That was the same applause from the people that do coke. Good. Being honest with you, right? Like 13-year-old daughter, 15-year-old son, 24-year-old girlfriend. And that looks bad on paper. But in real life, it's pretty fucking bad. You know, the fun is not the fun you think it is. Right? For example, right? Like I've learned new kinks about myself. Here I am. I'm fucking 36 years old. And I didn't even know that I was into certain things until I got with her. Like one time, we were having sex, straight missionary, because I'm a gentleman, dude. And then she flipped me over, spit on the back of my neck, smacked me on the ass, and I was like, ha ha ha. Fuck. And that's the only way I can come now. That's weird. All right, all jokes aside, it's not fun being with a younger girl, right? For example, I have a bedtime. She does not. Downfall number 2. I have 2 kids, right? Do you know how hard it is to be watching TV with all of them? And I'm the only one that knows that Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus are the same person? It makes Christmas easier though, because I just get all Pokemon cards. Hell yeah. You guys still having fun? Alright, I'm gonna tell you this before I get out of here, right? But I'm dating a 24-year-old. And she's also a horse girl. You guys ever dealt with one of them? One of them bitches? Bro, they're fucking mean. I'm being dead serious. They are mean. And I don't know if you guys have ever dated one. Has anybody here actually dated one?
Yeah.
Okay, so like 2 guys. You understand my pain, sir. They're fucking mean. For no reason. They go fucking play with the horses, and then they come home and act like you're the problem. Like she just got done beating the shit out of a 2,000-pound animal. She comes home and acts like I'm also a 2,000-pound animal. I don't know if this is a joke or a cry for help, but she fucking hits hard. Yeah, so she's mean, but I love her. But they take your masculinity very slowly. Like as a man, you don't even know what's happening. For example, when we started dating, right? I would buy dinner. I would open the door. I would drive. Fast forward 7 months. I'm in the passenger side of her F-250. She's backing a trailer up fucking perfectly. And as a man, my pussy had never been that wet. And I had this come to Jesus moment one morning. It was February. She backed the trailer in. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. And she gets out to unhook the trailer like every good man should. It's February, it's cold, motherfuckers. And I'm sitting in the fucking passenger seat listening to the radio, right? And that's when I realized, I was like, this is what it feels like to be the girl in every country song. And I had an epiphany. decided right then and there that I was going to be the best damn girlfriend that cowboy ever had. My name's Nutty. Keep it going for everybody who's on that. Thank you for coming out. Nobody fucking t-shirt.
Yo, give it time, Nutty, one more time.